This video is going to be a brief introduction to the Augur, a tool for solo role players and game masters. From this window you can create a new game or load an existing one. We're going to make a new one for the video and call it Introduction. When you create a new game, you have to select which modules you want to load into the game. In this case, we will select all of them and click Reload Modules. The first thing we will do is to create a new character. For that, we go into this panel right here, which is called the Game Explorer, and it has three tabs. We will go into the World tab and click into this category, the player, and then add a new one by clicking here. Here we input a name, let's call him Krell, and here we have the stats from Ironsworn. You can increase the number by left clicking and decrease them by right clicking. I want to add another track for wealth, which you can do by clicking here. And you can give it a custom icon, which can be any image you have on your computer as long as it is in the folder for the Augur. So we go here. We are going to use some of the default images that come with the program, and we're going to choose this one to represent wealth. It starts at 0 and then we click save. Now our character is in the world, but to actually play we have to add him to the selector or character selector. You do that by right clicking here and then clicking here. As you can see, we have him in this area where you have all the stats and the tracks, but first we're going to give him a portrait. So we go to the rules area in the Game Explorer and we go to portraits. We right click on any portrait and select change the character's portrait, and he is the portrait. Before we continue, I'm going to show you how I set up the environment for playing Ironsworn. So I usually use OneNote to write the story. You can use any word processor that you like. So I'm gonna put it in this area to the right side. Then I will resize the window so it fits nicely with the word processor. And what you want to do now is remove this panel from here. To do that, you click F3. Now the Game Explorer takes the entire area, and now you click F2 so that the selector is now undocked from the main window and you can put it over the word processor. And it will always stay on top, so you can click here and it will remain over the window so you can see your character as you type your story. To continue, we are going to create a vow for the main character, but first we are going to say that he is right here in the city of Solasta. So if we click on the map, it's going to add a marker so you know where your character is. For the first vow, we're going to say that the character has to defend this settlement right here, which is on the edges of this forest. Let's give it a name. For that, we're going to use the tables that come with Ironsworn. We go to the character tab in the Game Explorer and click tables. Here we can filter the tables using the tags on this side. So we select settlement and we have settlement name. We roll on the table and we get the name as Icebreak. So our vow is going to be to protect the settlement of Icebreak. We go here to the vows tab and we click here to add a new vow, and let's say it's protect Icebreak. We're gonna say that it is a formidable vow, and we change it just by left clicking or right clicking to go down. If we want to mark progress, we simply click here with the left mouse button or the right mouse button to go down. So let's leave it at 0. Let's add a bond for a character. Let's say that he is bonded with Icebreak. We add a new bond by clicking here. It's going to be Icebreak. And we can add a description here. Let's say it is his birthplace. And you mark one bond right here. Now let's say that in order to protect the settlement, he has to travel there. So the way you do this is you would undertake a journey. You can select the moves from within the program. So you go to the character tab, you go to moves, and here are all the moves. You can filter this list using the tags on this side. So we will do an adventure tag, and then you can click on undertake a journey. Now before we start, let's create a track for the journey. We go here to the track tab and we add a new one, and let's say it's journey to Icebreak. And it is a dangerous challenge because it's not that far. And if we read the rules, it says that you roll plus wits. So we roll plus wits by clicking on the icon. You roll, and we get a weak hit. It says here on a weak hit you reach a waypoint and mark progress. So we mark progress, but we lose -1 supply. With a right click you take from the number. Now if you want to use the oracle, for example, we can move. Let's say we move to this point, and now we can use the oracle to see if something happens. Let's say we want to check if there is an encounter here, maybe a combat. So let's say that it's almost certain that there will be a battle. So it rolls and it's a yes. If to enter the combat, you can click here on this tab and it opens the combat window, and you can add foes to this window. To do that, you go here to the rules and you select foes, and then you can click on any of them to add them. You can click here and you add foe to the fight, and it appears on the window. You can add more than one. And if you click here, you will see the stats or the features, drive, and tactics for that particular foe. And if you click here, you see the description from the Iron Sun rulebook right here within the program. You can access this also from here and from here. In the combat window, you can select the challenge for the combat. Each time you add a foe, for example, if we add this one, which is dangerous, it changes to the challenge changes to dangerous. But you can also change it. Let's say since this is our 3 foes, it's going to be even harder. So let's say it is formidable. And here you mark whether you have initiative or not. Let's say you start with initiative, and here you mark the harm of your weapon. Let's say it's 2. So you roll. Let's say you roll with iron, and it's a strong hit, so you mark progress. And that is how you resolve combat from within the Augur. I'm going to close this now, and I'm going to show you the assets. These are all the assets that are in the Iron Sun rulebook. If you want to see this larger, the Explorer window, you can click F1 and a new window will open. This one is independent from the one below. And you can click again on the assets, and you see a list of all the assets in the game. Now let's say you want to add an asset to this character. So you can, if you click here and you go to the assets for this character, you see that he currently has no assets. So let's add one. Let's say that he is Let's say that he is on the path of he's a blade bound, so we add to the character Krell. Here it is. Let's give him a companion. Let's say that the companion is a horse. And let's give him a combat talent. Let's say that he is a shield bearer. And that's it. Now he has all 3 stats. If you want to name your horse, you click here, you click on edit. You add the name. Say that the horse's name is Taco. And you save. You can also add more tracks to the companions or to any asset. Let's give the horse another stat. Let's give it something different that's not on the rulebook. Let's say it's carry, like from his capacity to carry items, for example, or how many items he's carrying. So let's give him an icon that's appropriate, like this one, for example, the carriage. We save. Let's say it's 0 because it's empty. And here you go. Okay, first you save the asset. That's it. If you click here, it increases or decreases. So as you can see, you can use this to track all sorts of things and to create custom assets for a wide variety of scenarios. If you click here, you basically select the first level of the asset, and you can keep doing this for the other levels. Right here is the experience area, which you would use to improve your asset. The way you gain experience is simply by clicking on the number. Again, left click increases and right click decreases. So you go to free. If you spend 1 for this, for example, you click here and 1 is spent. The momentum track. If you have, right now you have 2 momentum. It's a strong hit. Let's roll again. It's a weak hit. So you fail, or not fail, but you miss the 5. So let's say your momentum was 5. If you burn the momentum, both dices go to 0 because they were below the 5 that you had in the momentum, and now it becomes a strong hit, and it resets to the number right here, which you can also increase with your mouse. And the max is here, where you can also increase and decrease with your mouse. And that was a brief overview of the Augur. I uploaded a much longer video on YouTube where I go into detail for every section, but here you get a basic introduction. And also, to save the game, you click escape, which brings you to the main menu of the game. You will click here to save. If you don't save and you exit, you're gonna lose all the progress you made on your character, so remember to save each time you're gonna close the program. So you click here and you save. The Augur is completely free. I will add a link to the download page to the description of the video. If you enjoy the game and you want to support its development, I set up a Patreon, which you can reach by using this link on the game menu. There are different tiers, and you get rewards if you pledge. You get extra content for the game. You also get PDFs with lore, quest, and foes you can play with, and also get a pack of 30 portraits that you can use to customize your character even further. But as I said, the game is completely free, and everything I do in the Patreon, like adding new things to the game, you can also do it. If you want to learn how to do it, I encourage you to watch the longer video, where there is a part where I teach you how to mod the game and add custom images, custom foes, custom portraits, and even custom assets. Everything is customizable. So I hope you like the program, and I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.